Hello, everyone. Welcome to another live stream. We're going to get started in just a second. Let's see how many people come in. We're doing the first ever AI news. And I'm super excited for this because this is going to be the first one of these. And we're going to try to do these every Friday. Now, if I'm traveling or something's happening, we may adjust the date and time. But regardless, we're going to try to do one of these. And you may be thinking, why are we doing one of these? Because there's so many other AI news videos out there. Well, mine are a little unique because I'm going to be focusing on how this relates to accessibility and all that kind of fun things. But you're still going to get all the AI news. It's just going to have a slight twist. So let's make sure that I'm still streaming here. Okay. So, welcome everybody. If you're in chat, go ahead and say hi. I'm going to pull up my outline and then we'll get started. I have a huge list, so we're going to try to make this simple and quick, but it's been a huge week in AI this week. I mean, I had to go through a whole bunch of different sources to get everything. So, let's go through and let's see if you guys have any chat messages. Remember that you can go ahead and put those into chat, and I'm going to be watching those. So that's that. And if you've never been here before, let me quick introduce myself. My name is Taylor Arndt. I am a YouTuber who is blind, and I've been doing YouTube for about 5 years on and off. And I try to make videos about AI accessibility, whatever else comes to my mind. And this is my first live stream to talk about AI news, so hopefully you guys enjoy it. I'm going to quickly share the screen so you guys can see everything. Um, there we go. Okay, so let me get everything snapped right. Oops. Okay. Let's see. Let me just get everything. I had it all lined up here. I do have low vision, so that's why I'm just trying to get it so everybody can see the chat. Whoops. Okay. I think that'll be fine. Okay, yep. Chat. I got chat and then March AI 21 AI news. Okay, so this is the chat and the news. So let me, and again, if you guys are here in chat, go ahead and chat and see what you guys have, see what you guys have to say. I'm gonna really quickly test my chat and make sure that it's working because, and I have some announcements too, so stay after, after the news. I got some big announcements, so don't want to miss it. Okay. All right, let me test the chat real quick. I just want to make sure that it's working, right? Because that would stink. And okay. Something's seeming like it's off here on my screen, my chat. Let me refresh. Let me test it again real quick. Bear with me, folks. There we go. All right, chat's working good. All right, I'm in action, so let's get started. So again, I want to, thank Matt Wolf. He is another AI news creator. You guys should go check his channel out. He has a site called futuretools.io. So if you want to check out all of his AI news, go ahead and do that because trust me, I would not be able to make this video without him. And even I still watch his news videos every week also. So you guys don't have to just watch mine. you can watch everybody's because you may pick up different stories. Okay, so thanks to Matt for future tools because honestly, that's how I compiled this list. And I have all the links at the bottom. I'm going to try to put them in a description, but if I can't, I'll probably throw them in a Google Doc. Not sure yet. I'm still trying to figure this out. So we're doing March 17th, well, actually March 16th to 21st. So we have a OpenAI voice model update is around. So it's testing a new ultra realistic voice model capable of mimicking human tone, emotion, and accent. It's limited in testing right now, so nobody can get access to it, which is sad face. And it raises accessibility and misuse concerns. Yeah, I definitely agree. Like, you know, the spoofing and things like that. So I'm wondering how that will work. I think that'll be good for like people with disabilities because like if they have a speech problem, they can use one of those voices and it can make it sound like them, but not like them directly, but maybe more understandable. So I think this is really cool, but I'm not sure how this is going to work. It may roll out as ChatGPT or Whisper ecosystems. And there's actually a lot more voice news. I'm going to actually do that real quick because since we're on the topic of voice, OpenAI released new Whisper models. So if you're not sure what Whisper is, it's a transcription ecosystem where you can transcribe your things from speech to text. And Whisper released a new model today, and not today. There's so much AI news today also, so I have to get to that later. But it released yesterday, and so you can actually do Whisper transcription in the cloud. But the thing is, there's an on-device version that we had before, and this cloud version is apparently much better than that. And I want to say the price is like starting at $1 a minute, but don't quote me on that because I just read it very briefly. So Whisper models, again, great for people who want to transcribe, but then there's a new cloud models, which apparently are even better than Whisper, which I can't believe that's even a thing, but I guess it is. So yeah, there's also new TTS voices also. I don't know exactly any details on them, but I was told that there are new TTS voices that you guys can try in the API. So that's developer news. And again, if anybody's in the chat, go ahead and introduce yourself and tell me anything that you guys like or dislike about these stories or anything that I might have missed because trust me, there's so much I probably missed like half of it. Um, okay, let me just okay. So we got that. That's definitely a news story there. And then there's going to be a lot of competition because 11 Labs and Microsoft have to, try to match up to that. This one, Brain Vectec Visual Organizer launch. Never ever heard of this thing, but a tool for organizing images and style references. This could be fascinating for sure. Built for creative professionals like designers or illustrators, and if you know me, I'm not one of them. I'm nowhere near a designer or an illustrator. AI tagging system improves management, supports collaborative mood boarding. Again, that's something that is definitely helpful for visual illustrators. Focuses on early creative iteration. So again, this is definitely something, I wonder if it could eventually be expanded for coding. That's one of the things I wonder about. So definitely really cool. Not something I'm going to use though, for sure. Okay, now this one we need to talk about. So Claude gets web search. Now you're probably thinking, wait a minute. I'm already using web search with like Perplexity or Cursor or GitHub Copilot or any of these models that allows me to search the web with Claude. What's the difference? Well, let's say that you go to the Claude website, right? And then you start typing there. You can't search the web until yesterday. You were able to you're starting to search the web and you can actually search, using the Claude website. Now, Claude was the last one to implement this, and I'm not sure why. I think it was like because of safety and things, but honestly, it's about dang time that Claude implements web search because it's a great model and this will actually help it more. So I'm wondering if this is a new model or they just improved the model that they already had. And this is about time. Again, I'm glad that they are able to do this. And it also supports citing sources. So that's something that's always needed, especially in academia. So it improves news analysis, current event summaries. That's definitely something helpful, especially I might try it for my next news video. Let me know if you guys want me to try that. And it respects Anthropic safety and alignment framework. Okay, so that is the Anthropic thing. And again, like I said, if you guys are in here, I want to know who's around. So go ahead and chat. You guys can do so. And if you want to know, if you have questions about any of my news stories, let me know and let's have a discussion. So let's see. Just making sure everything is good to go. And if you guys are not subscribed to my channel, please do so. I love getting to know people and I love talking to people about AI and other things. And I'm just checking really fast because I want to make sure that everything's going. Okay. I don't trust Restream. Well, Restream is my streaming provider. Because sometimes it just doesn't read chats. That's what I'm just. And thank you for the new subscriber. I just got one. Thank you for whoever did that. So I appreciate it. Remember, when we get to 1,000, we're gonna have a free giveaway of one of my courses on the Techopolis platform. And remember, this video is partnered by Techopolis Online Solutions. Do you ever want to learn to code? But do you ever find that learning to code is difficult? And are you ever confused about all the coding courses out there that are subpar in quality and that sometimes don't even share the right information? And are you also very confused about how to code if you're blind or have other disabilities and none of the other coding courses out there work for you? Go to techopolis.courses, techopolis.courses, or this handy URL, takecourses.net, to find out everything we offer. We have a $50 Techopolis All Access where you get all of our courses for a year. And you can also get 50% off by using Taylor Art YouTube, TAYLORARNDT YouTube in the promotion code. This will get you access to all of our future and present courses, and you'll be able to go from not knowing anything about code or AI or any of our other topics to being able to be confident with it. You can learn Swift UI, you can learn AI, you can learn Python with a practical spin, and you can learn how to use the Mac terminal. And you can also learn, coming shortly, how to use shortcuts on your Mac or iOS device. Eric, super exciting that you're here. Thank you so much. So Pickle Labs teases a video editing tool. Now, I'm going to be the first one to tell you that look, Final Cut and I have a really love-hate relationship. That's why I do a lot of streams, because sometimes I just want to edit videos. But man, if I can do it with AI, I will love this, right? This is going to be awesome. Now, again, a couple questions I have is it accessible? And I don't want to say that just because I want to know, right? I want to make sure that these tools are not going to leave us out. So I hope this is accessible, first of all. And I hope that it is reasonably priced. Post-processing for AI generated videos. Oh, so it'll only be for AI generated videos? I hope not. I want it to be for all videos. Targeted for creative professionals. Not yet publicly released, which sad face. And could allow frame manipulation and styling. So yeah, I really want this. Trust me, I want any AI video editor that comes out that I can use. And trust me, especially because some people don't have Macs, I think the best AI, or well, not AI, but video editor currently is actually Final Cut Pro, but you have to have a Mac, and I want to be able to have a good solution for people who are on Windows to produce videos. And I think a good AI video editor will do well. I mean, yes, we want to make sure that it does good cuts and things, but honestly, an AI video editor could probably do better than any editing that I've been able to do myself. So I'm super excited about this. Let me quickly, yeah, super excited about that. Now I know that a couple other people got access to it, but yeah, not me. That's sad. Okay, so Frame Topaz Labs Gigapixel 8.3. So this is the Topaz Labs. They do image stuff, and so they released a new version. Improved speed and enlarging images. Now this is really cool because I sometimes have situations where I need to be able to figure out which, how to size an image up or down, and usually that requires Michael's help. But this is going to be really cool. I need to check this out because I haven't heard of this actually until yesterday. So I'm going to be checking into this, but I wonder if it can also make images smaller. Supports image editing for workflows. Now, there's actually been a whole lot of image editing stuff today and this week. Grok, Elon's company, just released a new image editor, so that's cool. I haven't tried it yet. There's so much stuff I haven't been able to try yet, but it seems pretty cool. And you can, edit images. There's also Google. You can now edit images with Gemini. So yeah, we'll get to Gemini later, but I just wanted to let you know that that was happening. Okay, so one adds video. Let's see, hold on. So one adds video training. New features to train video generation AI. Now this is fascinating. Supports branded and personalized content. Yeah, that's definitely interesting. So you could probably generate corporate videos with us. Great for marketing, storytelling. Yeah, yeah. So this might be interesting because you can like make your own model. I'm not sure exactly how this works. So that could be fascinating. I'll have to try it. Increases creative control over AI output. So, oh, this might be fun because I can, huh? I might make a video and see how it goes, right? See if I can, I don't know. That might be interesting because if I can like train it the way I make videos, that could be fascinating. Pushes AI customization for consumer users. Yeah, that's kind of some of the problems I've had. Is that some of these AI generation models are for like high-end businesses. Okay, so now we have O1 Labs enhances O1 API. So more performance, ideal for developers building responsive AI applications. Okay, so we do an office hours session. So let me explain. So the courses that we offer and BITS offers are completely separate. So we offer courses through Techopolis courses and BITS offers through BITS. So BITS, if you guys don't know, is Blind Information Technology Specialists. And we do not currently offer like office hours well, we offer office hours, but you have to be enrolled in our courses. But I guess that's a good idea, like to do an open house. That's something that we haven't thought about yet, but we could definitely take that into advisement. But the courses that you are going to sign up for if you choose for Techopolis courses are courses that we teach or we have other content creators. They are no way affiliated with BITS, but we do allow BITS members to have a perk if they decide to join the platform. But I just stress this that we are not affiliated with BITS and we are not endorsed by BITS. So yeah, in a sense, we are definitely different, but we do help BITS a lot. So I see where the confusion could come in. Okay. A lot of scalability and developer focus here. Okay, now Claude again. Claude's been making the news a lot lately this week. So Claude accepts PDFs. Interesting. So they accept PDF input. Users can upload PDF documents for analysis. Support structured formats like tables and headings. Aimed at business, legal, and education. Improves productivity for document-heavy workflows. Summarizes and extracts relevant sections intelligibly. Now, my question, I've got two questions for this. Can it do PDF remediation? I doubt it, but I want to try it. And what happens if the PDF has nothing in it, like it's just an image? I want to try it, both of those. And I guess the other question I want to try is, can it convert it to Word? So I've got three questions to try it. I might go ahead and update you guys next week. I'm gonna make a note to myself. I want to try this because I do. Yeah, no problem. Again, if you have any other questions, let us know. But there's also a 7-day free trial for Techopolis All Access. You can get everything we have for 7 days and see if you like it. And we are also releasing a Python course for basics. So let's say you're having trouble, you need something that's, not as heavy in like the college area. We are releasing a basics course for Python very shortly. I'm putting together the final details and I will let everybody know when that's available. And I am the one teaching it. So yeah, I know if you already haven't gotten sick of my voice, well, sorry, but you'll probably get sick of it by the time of the end of the Python course. Okay, so that is Claude. Well, at least one of the items for Claude. Again, I really want to try this, so I will have to try that. Okay, let's see. AI nurses reshape hospital care. Now, this is fascinating. Hospitals are integrating AI nurses to help with staffing shortages. They help with routine tasks. So, who knows, maybe like taking blood pressure, I don't know, those kind of tasks. So, maybe they're like automating medical assistants. I don't know. This is fascinating because I don't know, like, how are they doing this? Concerns raised about patient interaction and job quality. The thing is, yes, AI may not be always there, but there's a lot of AI that can help. And the thing is that especially in times of staffing shortages, at least it can help. Maybe what they should say is that AI is helping with medical assistants, because yes, nurses, right, they have a lot of degree. And I'm not saying medical assistants don't, right? But I'm saying like, that could be something that could be interesting and, those tasks could be very well automated, right? Not automated, but helping with AI. I'm wondering how they're doing this. I don't know. This seems fascinating. Let me know if you guys know anything about this because I have family in the healthcare field, but I'm personally not in the healthcare field myself. So I don't really know how all this works, but if anybody does, let me know. Debate over the technology and human-centered care. Yeah, I understand where that comes from. But again, what are you going to do in times of staffing shortages? I'd rather have an AI help with some of the stuff than not get help for 3 hours. Right? So I kind of think it's the lesser of two evils, right? It's almost like I'd rather have AI audio description than none at all. Of course, they're not comparable at all, but that was from US News. AI generated influencers, wow, raise ethical concerns. Networks of AI generated personas are growing on social media. Some personas are representing marginalized, excuse me, groups, including disabled. Oh, geez. Okay. Critics argue that these are misleading and exploitative. Yeah, I agree. Ongoing debate about monetization, identity are happening. Yeah, that could be a problem. Okay, next we have um Baidu introduces new models. Ernie 3.4.5 and X1. They commit to tripling nuclear power by 2050 for sustainable energy. MIT unveils Future You, a conversation with yourself. An AI that simulates it. A ongoing interest in consumer tools and large-scale AI infrastructure. Okay, now here's the big highlight of the week, NVIDIA. So, if you guys are not familiar, and again, if you guys want to talk in chat, go ahead. NVIDIA had its keynote this week, and it is the GTC keynote. I watched all of it, and there's a lot of highlights. So I'm going to kind of go through it. So NVIDIA, if you don't know, they are the manufacturer of the graphics cards, and they do a whole bunch of other AI infrastructure and data center stuff. So here we go. Blackwell Ultra and Vera Rubin chips. So these are like the chips for the graphics cards and data center stuff. Launched Blackwell, its most powerful AI chip to date. Vera Rubin is going to be released in late 2026 with an Ultra version following, in 2027. Designed for advanced reasoning and real-time model execution. Aimed at high-scale application, science, healthcare, and autonomy. It's like autonomous vehicles, Waymo. Okay, so we have Isaac 00, GR00T, M1 foundation model for robotics. So it's for humanoid robot training. Supports physical interaction and robotic research. It's an open source initiative to support development in robotic systems. So yeah, this is going to be really helpful for like robots. And trust me, when there's a robot in my house, I'm going to be happy. I mean, I already have like a Roomba, and I already have all this other stuff. But I want humanoid robots to do the, like the chores, deal with the trash, deal with all that stuff. Cause yeah, I don't know, I just don't like dealing with it. So as soon as I can get a robot that will help deal with that kind of thing, I am all in. Let's do it. Partnership with General Motors on autonomous vehicles. Now, this is fascinating because, as you may not know, or may, depending on how close you follow me, Waymo is in town. And so I'm in Austin, Texas, and Waymo is in my town. And I've been, traveling with them since last October. And it's very interesting that they're going to partner with GM, not like Waymo. So this is interesting because I would have thought that they would have partnered with the leader right now, Google, but interesting. They're going to announce AI systems for autonomous vehicles, features the new Halo AI architecture for self-driving cars, aims to help with decision making, real-time control, and decision making. So again, this is very interesting. I'm not exactly sure why this is happening, but I don't know. I would have just thought that they would have partnered with the leader, but maybe not. I don't know. In my opinion, Waymo is the leader. I've tried a couple others, but Waymo is very autonomous. So if you're not sure about autonomous vehicles, I'll quickly explain a couple things. So there are different levels of autonomy. So level one's like it can barely, like maybe a highway cruise control. Level two, it can do some kind of roads, but it has to be supervised. Level three, it can do, a lot more things, but again, it has to be like a lot more supervised. Level four is where no driver, no steering wheel. It's kind of fully autonomous in a certain zone. Level five, that zone expands, and level six is fully autonomous. And there's nothing it can do about it, right? It can go anywhere it wants. So that's kind of the levels as I know it. And so yeah, Waymo's level four, Tesla's level two. So keep that in mind, y'all. If you guys love Tesla, I understand it's not as advanced as Waymo. So yeah, stop typing your comments. I'm looking at a couple people who may be thinking that. So that's that. Just factual. Agentic AI in reasoning systems. Um, Jensen Huang uh, identified a shift in agentic AI, which can make decisions independently. This is ultimately where we're going, right? So it can make decisions automatically and independently. These systems can reason through complex problems and reason autonomously. Target applications. So we're going to have robotics, we're going to have AI science tools, and other AI assistants. So that's kind of how that goes, right? We're gonna have a lot more agents in the future, which is amazing. I love agents. Um, co-optic, co-package optics CPO. So it was introduced this week. It removes the need for, hold on, transceivers, reducing latency and power usage. This is really cool. It connects to fiber optic cables and then it connects to the chips. And it helps with high throughput systems. Key for scaling high usage AI systems and cloud services. So that is mainly the AI news. Now I have a couple things that I couldn't write on the outline, but I just had to include them because my Word doc was getting too long. And it was like, oh. So we have, first of all, Gemini has a new Canvas feature, and that is really cool because you can, code in real time. You're probably thinking, well, that's going to be a inaccessibility nightmare, right? Yeah, it is kind of. I will say that it's a lot better than GPTs, OpenAI, but there's still a lot of problems. So that's definitely a thing. Now, the other thing I have is that Mistral, remember we talked about them on the channel? We did a OCR thing, and I'm still working on that project, by the way, so I'll probably update you guys next week. And they have this new thing where it's a new Apache model, it's like 24B, billion parameters, and it's definitely available for everybody to use. And I think you can run it on Hugging Face. Yep. And you can also run it locally, and it will support one GPU. Notebook LM got a huge update. So if you're a Workspace subscriber like we are, we have a whole new update about that. That also includes the audio overviews, like the podcast, you know how they are. You can be able to access them through your Gemini chat. There's also new updates with Google Calendar this week. Blah, blah, let's see. We had more Google updates. They are able to create, there's like some agents. I'm not exactly sure. There's a Google Cloud update. There is more image editing. Like I said, we talked about earlier. Google is getting some new, like not models. What I mean, blah. So there's more stuff with that, and then there's also a new parts of the API for TTS. There's definitely some of that for Google. It wasn't really available to find, but I just heard that on X. So a lot of stuff was available on X. So if you want to know everything that I'm finding, it's either on X or Future Tools or all over the web. And I probably missed a whole bunch of stuff because there was a lot going on this week and I just didn't get it all because it was too much. So anyways, that is a lot of the AI news that I think is helpful. Now, what do I think about the accessibility of all this? Well, I think that AI can definitely help for people who, right, are needing accessibility needs. But I think this new AI news will definitely be available, right, and helpful. I'm really excited about the Claude PDF input. I'm also excited about the video editors. I'm also very excited about all the new agents that are coming and all this new audio overviews for Notebook LM. I also am working with the Google team to try to make Notebook LM more accessible because that'd be really amazing also. So yeah, that's what I was planning to use to put all this news in, but that just didn't work. So the NVIDIA stuff, I'm excited about self-driving cars. And I'm also excited about tuning models for what I need. Remember, because I do AI training. We talked about that the other day. That was yesterday. Okay, X. Let me talk about X because everybody's going all crazy about X. So here's the deal, y'all. If you are a AI enthusiast, and if you don't mind the inaccessibility from time to time, because you all know, and I'm not going to try to put my political views out here because nobody wants to hear that, and I'm sure YouTube does not want to hear that. The thing is that X is where all the people are. Okay? So Mastodon, I know people love Mastodon. I know they do. But here's the thing. Not all the companies are at Mastodon, right? You're not going to find Nvidia posting on Mastodon. You're not going to find all the big creators, right? So if you want to be caught up in all the AI news, yes, you need to be on X, and yes, it's worth using. My recommendation for using X is on the X iOS app. I know you love your Twitter clients. See, I keep still saying Twitter because I don't know what's going to be called next week. You love your X clients. That just sounds terrible. But they're not really around anymore. And I know that you guys love use Mastodon, and Mastodon's fine. But the thing is, especially for me curating all these news stories, it's definitely worth it to be on X, especially if you're in the AI scene. So yeah, that's my short answer of if it's worth it to use X. Because it is, right? You definitely need that in order to be part of the AI scene. Because I follow a lot of X creators, Matt Wolf, Matthew Berman. I follow NVIDIA, right? Google, Mistral, a lot of different things. And I follow OpenAI. Oh, actually, there's one more thing I need to talk about. And this is huge. And this is actually from last, I don't know when this was, but we need to bring this up right now. So the Anthropic CEO thinks that all human code will be irrelevant in 6 months and that AI can write everything. My answer to this is no. How are you going to account for security issues? How are you going to account for accessibility issues? How are you going to account for bad code? How are you going to account for everything? So there's this new term going around. I don't know if you've heard of it. Again, it's on X. It's called vibe coding. What that means is that you don't write a line of code, you let AI do all of it for you. Okay, it's really trending right now. And what I say to all these vibe coders is that you're going to make a software and it's going to be great. However, when things start turning south and you don't really have a way forward because you don't know your code, that's when things start going terribly. So a lot of these vibe coders have a lot of security flaws in their code and have a lot of accessibility flaws. I guarantee you, I've looked at a whole bunch of these vibe coding apps that people have made online, and 99% of them are fully inaccessible. Now, I wouldn't say fully inaccessible, but they have a whole lot of headings out of place, buttons aren't labeled, things are like that. So my answer to this is no, not all code's going to be written by AI in 6 months. And that's why learning to code is important, and that's why you guys need to check out Techopolis courses, because you need to learn how to learn to code if you want to be a coder. AI is great. It augments your learning to code knowledge, augments that, but you definitely need to learn to code if you want to be competitive and just don't vibe code. Okay. I'm probably one of the most least in a bleh. I'm probably the least popular person for telling you that, but trust me, that is the truth and that is how it's going to stay for a little while until AI can fix all the security vulnerabilities and accessibility and all the other problems. And it's not very efficient code either. So that's my rant about that. And again, if you guys have any other questions, let me know. And we'll try to do these again every Friday. So I'll let you guys know. I'll schedule the live streams. And I have a big announcement. On Tuesdays at 3 Eastern, so I usually say Central, but because this is Eastern time, I have to do that. And 2 Central, see, there we go. I'm hosting an ACB community call. So if you don't know what ACB is, it's American Council of the Blind. And what we're doing is we're going to do a Let's Talk AI. So how this is going to work is you guys can bring your AI questions. I'm going to have kind of a topic for that week, and you will be able to discuss AI for an hour. Okay? So if you can't make it, that's okay because I understand it's during the workday. All recordings will be put up on my YouTube channel. So definitely stay subscribed. Tell your friends. Remember, 1,000 subscribers, free course giveaway. You don't want to miss it. So I'm definitely going to be doing that every Tuesday I'm sorry, it's every other Tuesday for now, and if it works out, it'll be every Tuesday. But that will be determined later. I'm just trying to figure out everything right now. So every other Tuesday, so starting this week at 3 Eastern, 2 Central, ACB Community, I'm going to be hosting a Let's Talk AI show on ACB Media. Well, not ACB Media, but ACB Community. And it's going to be streamed to Clubhouse. So that's how it's going to work. Super excited about this, folks. And that is really it. Again, check out Techopolis courses. Taylor Art YouTube is my promotion code. Go ahead and sign up. 7-day free trial. You're not going to miss anything. And you're also going to love everything you're learning. So if you want to learn about code, you want to learn about everything else we offer, you can also book services with me. And if you want one-on-one training, you like all this stuff and you want to learn it one-on-one, private for you, sessions, remember at this time, start at $20 an hour or 25 an hour. And you guys can book. I have a Calendly link in the description. Again, this may change if you're watching this 2 months down the line. It may not be. So just keep in mind. Don't hold me to it. But that is how that goes. Any more questions? I don't think I have any other news items for now. But I'm curious to see what you guys think. What do you guys think about all this? Do you like it? Is it awful? Um, I personally think it's great. I'm just checking my chats. And again, if you're not subscribed, please do that. Let's get to 1,000 subscribers. I want 800 by the end of March. Can we do it? I think we can, but we just need to, subscribe, tell your friends, tell everybody you know, and let's get the word out. All right. I don't see any more chats. So if you are watching later and you want to comment, go ahead and do those. I watch comments and I respond. And I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. I will see you guys on Tuesday for my community call. And then if you can't make that, oh, the other announcement I have is Tuesdays also from 10 to 12. I'm partnering with the Laurel Wheeler Foundation to do a Let's Learn to Code. So I have a Zoom link and I think I put it somewhere. And if you guys can't make the live broadcast of that, I live stream it on YouTube. Say you're in the car at work and you can't really be on Zoom, you can watch and you can learn how to code using Free Code Camp. So Laurel Wheeler Foundation, it's a great foundation. They help people who are you're hoping to have something with voice chat. Can you explain on that? Like, do you want to have like a Discord or because you can use ChatGPT Advanced Voice Mode. So can you explain what you're trying to say, Eric? Because like there's a lot of voice chat options. So yeah, let me know what you think about that because there's a lot of voice chat options, but I'm not sure what you're talking about. I think, that yes, there's a lot of voice chat options, just there's like the ChatGPT advanced voice mode. Um in fact, my friend Jeff Bishop just gave a presentation for ACB of Nebraska for AI, so I was helping him with that for the last 4 hours and then I came into this. So, yep. That has been my day, but of course I had a lot of work stuff to do. But I think, like I said, I don't have any other comments, and I'm gonna wait a minute see if anybody else responds. But I'm gonna head out. I'm gonna go get some food. And you guys, who's trying out for Techopolis All Access or get private training, we'd love to help you any way we can because we want to help you to, learn technology. And also, if you want to get your website or mobile application or other things tested for accessibility, we do that too. So, techopolis.online for that and takecourses.net for our courses. All right, everyone, I'm going to head out and you guys have a wonderful weekend. I'm going to have a good weekend as well. And I will see you guys on Tuesday for the community call and the Learn to Code stream. Looking to talk one-on-one. Okay, that's great. So, in the description of this video, there's a calendar link. There's a general consultation, I think, and you can go ahead and use that link. That's actually my link, and let's see how I can help you out. And that goes for everybody on this channel, this chat. So if you guys want to talk to me one-on-one about something, you guys can go in my description. I have a booking link for a free consultation, and I would love to see how we can help you and, see how I can help you, and let's see if we can partner up and let's get something done. So hopefully that helps. Calendly, I have that link. It should be in the description. If it's not, let me know, and we can try to see if we can connect. But I'm pretty sure it's in the description. So, oh, we also have our Techopolis Discord. So, do you want to talk with a whole bunch of developers? And do you want to be a part of that? And do you want to learn to code and have fun with a bunch of tech people? You can join the Techopolis Discord. It's in the description of this video, and you can get connected with a whole bunch of tech people, and you can learn and you can have fun. A lot of times we go on voice and we hang out. So, yeah, that's definitely a great resource. You can learn to program, do everything you want with tech. We have like RSS feeds for Apple News and other things, so you can literally follow those channels and get notified anytime like there's um, a news from like 95 Mac or others. So, yeah, that will do it for now, y'all. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day. And hopefully, you guys can enjoy. And if you want to learn to code, we have all those resources.